with you, girl? What's with all that attitude? You been acting hella rude. What a nigga do to you? You know I'm out here being true, just trying to get my dough up. When you need me, girl, I show up. Feeling dark, I get your glow up. But hold up, I know what your problem is. Lack of dick is fucking with your tolerance. No more stalling, I'm all in it. Yeah, that pussy is calling me. I'ma put it down, wrap them legs around my head. Girl, you know I'm trying to drown. Got you acting like a child, girl, you wild. This dick'll fix your frown, have you bringing back your smile. No more silent treatment, cause I got you screaming loud. You only act like that when your body need a fix. Girl, just hit me on my hip and I get in between them hips. The swag ain't the only thing that I can make drip. If you need me, boo, I got you. You ain't never got a trip. Smack that ass like a toddler. I'm what you need when you bother.
Ain't gotta be rude, what's up with that attitude? I got what you need, I can get you in the mood. Leave your body amazed, talking eyes and the oohs. You know how I do, girl, you know how I do. Girl, I'll give you that act right. Yeah, I'll give you that act right. Girl, I'll give you that act right. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that act right. Yeah.
I get to touching you, you act like you don't want it. But your body saying different, I know you want me up on it. But you hide behind your pride to let me know you mean business. Brought my suit and tie, cause I'ma give you the business. I'ma Zumba in it, give you that work, that physical fitness. Have you moaning to the morning, just living for the moment. I know that you want it when you get to acting up. Show enough, I know you kinky, so I'm breaking out the cuffs. What's up? I got the liquor, I'm just pouring up my cup, prepping for another round. Panties to the side, fuck it, go and pull them down. You can call me the mayor, I'm about to go to town. Don't mind your attitude, it just needs some adjusting. I promise Bay is nothing and you never been neglected. It get hectic, you start tripping. Now form the position, I'ma release that tension. You gon' feel all of my inches.
Ain't gotta be rude, what's up with that attitude? I got what you need, I can get you in the mood. Leave your body amazed, talking eyes and the oohs. You know how I do, girl, you know how I do. Girl, I'll give you that act right. Yeah, I'll give you that act right. Girl, I'll give you that act right. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that act right. Yeah.
Two. Jake. Damn. Why you text me every time I'm faded? Always tell me just come out and say it. I reply and say you steady playing. You know you can't ever get complacent. A line of ladies trying to substitute you. I'm all in my feelings, what's up with you? Okay, fuck it, I'm trying to link up with you. She tell me she ain't looking for the next dude, but she know I do it better than the ex dude. Tip said life like a chess move. Just gotta make your next move your best move. You fucking up thinking it's only physical. I feel like it's obvious that I'm into you. Don't care for the feelings, but girl, I'm feeling you. It's really the only reason I deal with you. I'm playing, but baby, I've been focused. No excuses, just been rolling with emotion. All the rumors you been hearing cause commotion, make you question my devotion. I know it, we fighting, fussing, then you always get the cussing. I respond, we get off topic, then we fucking over and over and back to being sober. Wait for that text to come over. You know that I got it for you. You always feel like you my undercover, but you the only one I'm sliding for. I can't lie to you, it ain't another girl replacing you, never that. Think about it, I done been through hell and back, always been your man, been sticking with the plan. Yeah, day one till my day come. Never worry about them hating hoes saying something. She know I'm the nigga she can lean on. She the only one I hit the scene with. Every time I see her, she steady smiling.
Yo, can you hear us? Let know. Drop it something in the chat. I don't know what happened. We went off for a little bit, but we are back. It's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond,
It's your fella T1.
and this is the
Where You Ask podcast.
Shout out to D. You know he's on the road making that some money, doing that trucking. You know that trucking money. I heard it's the best money so far. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do want to stick to what we said we're gonna do. We're gonna honor a Black podcast that you should listen to. Event that's happening March 6th. So make sure you come out. We're gonna have If This Mic Could Talk. So If This Mic Could Talk, Urban Suites. We also going to have Chief Suits and I know. Inglorious Rappers.
Yeah.
My mind just went blank.
Inglorious
Rappers. Yes. And Inglorious
Rappers.
Rappers. So make sure you come out. We're gonna have Clifton Simmons is going to be the host. He's a very funny comedian, dope person. We have some people performing live. If you heard some of the music we played in the beginning, I don't know why the music stopped, but some of the music we played, we have High Strong performing. Deshard J Darius is going to perform. He's been on our show and perform live. He's very dope. And a poet by the name of Sacred Fantasy is going to come out and do a poem. So it's going to be a dope event. And also, if you like to eat, we're gonna have the egg roll man coming, not just with savory, but that dessert egg rolls too.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what he's gonna bring this time.
And Cheryl Meadows and Mickey Street, I know you listening. I hit him up and I was like, hey, can you do some gluten-free egg rolls? He's like, I'm gonna look into it. So we got you. We want to make sure everybody's included with that gluten-free, egg roll wrapper. Make sure everybody is included. But yes, we got the savory and the sweet. And I know you wanted that sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah, I threw that one out there.
The sweet potato pie, man. I'm not a fan of sweet potato pie, but that's all you.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of sweet. I'm not a big fan of sweets in general, but sweet potato pie is not my thing. I could do cheesecake. I could do pound cake. But sweet potato pie, not the. I'm not really a fan of pecan pie too much either, but I can do apple pie. I do apple pie.
I mean, apple pie is good, but I don't like pecan pie either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Do you like peach cobbler?
Love it.
Oh, me too.
But there has to be a crust at the top and crust at the
bottom.
bottom.
Of course.
It has to be.
Of course. I don't like when I ain't trying to call you out, but since it's Black History Month, the white people do the crumble.
Oh, the crumble.
It's okay, but it ain't the same as you said with the crust on the bottom and the crust on top. It's not the same as a crumble. Crumble's decent, but it's just not the same as your parents or grandparents used to do it back in the day.
No, it's not the same thing, but it's
like I'm not saying it's not bad.
It's good.
It's
I've
good.
had some really good crumbles.
Now, even though I don't eat sweet potatoes, I love making the sweet potato souffle. With the marshmallows on top.
Yeah, I think so.
But have you had it with the pecans and the cinnamon and the brown sugar?
I know
you don't like pecans,
cinnamon.
but this is the thing. I'm not a fan of pecans either, but this is chopped up to the point that you can really taste it. Like you got to chop it up fine with some brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. Just put it on top. You'll like it.
I've had a twice baked sweet potato. Those are pretty good.
Shout out to the people that tune in. Mickey Street, Cheryl Meadow with the Going South magazine. Uncle Richard, thank you for tuning in. Uncle Welch. He's the one that helps me with my U3 radio whenever I get back to that. Thank you. And I want to shout out to someone who left a comment on our YouTube page. Man, shout out to the people who tune into our show. We appreciate you guys. Don't think we don't, because we see your comments, we see your shares, your likes, all that good stuff. And his name is let me pull it up right now. T Marcus 100. He said, "I love this podcast." So thank you to Marcus, T Marcus, to Marcus, however you pronounce it, for tuning into our show. We really appreciate you. And I want to give a shout out to Urban Street Radio, which is Mickey Street and Cheryl Meadow, for shouting us out on their radio station. Like I said, my brother, who's locked up, heard us get shout out. And he's like, "I know that's you, because ain't nobody else with the same name as Zella." I was like, "Yeah, I know, my name's unique." So shout out to y'all for shouting us out and playing our stuff. I just heard that y'all have no more love for the pecan pie. He's hurt. He said, "Oh, Uncle Welch is hurt that we don't have love for the pecan pie."
I've never had it. The only thing I like my my pecans in is ice cream and like that butter pecan.
I think you probably never had a great pecan pie, and two, you gotta get the right pecans. The best pecans is from Texas. Everybody know that, but not from San Antonio, Texas. You gotta go to a little country town in Texas where they have the big pecan outside their building, and they have the best pecans.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
He's
I'm
like,
good.
"Nah."
I know some pretty good pie makers. That's just not my thing.
Well, in order for Black History Month, let's have that as a little question of the day. What's your favorite, I guess, black dessert, if you want to call it that, or soul food dessert? Or what's your favorite soul food in general? What's your favorite soul food in general before we get into our topics? Like that one soul food item that you just can't get enough of, like fried chicken, pork chop, greens.
The mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese, yes. The baked mac and cheese. You can't just say mac and cheese. You gotta say baked mac and cheese.
Baked mac and cheese.
Oh,
sure.
My niece is there with you. She loved that baked mac and cheese. And her second favorite thing is dressing. She loves that cornbread dressing.
Cornbread dressing?
Cornbread dressing. We make dressing out of cornbread.
No, I'm not a dressing person, so
that makes sense. I think my
I can do without it.
Favorite soul food would probably have to be greens. I love them with the mustard and the collards are mixed with the yummy goodness. That's just my favorite. But tonight we're gonna talk about everything black, because a lot of stuff been happening during Black History Month. Like, I don't have the video, but these white sororities was making fun of a black sorority. Man, they got fired. They did not fired, but they did get suspended, and they doing an investigation about it. But this is not the first time this has happened. There's a clothing brand. I don't want to say the clothing brand wrong, but there's a clothing brand who had put some Greek symbols on their clothes and got some backlash for that too, because they didn't understand that you can't just use Greek symbols anywhere. And I think who else did it too? Boozy did it, but he didn't know no better. He wasn't trying to be.
No, yeah, he just got that out the mall. Like, he didn't even know what it was about for real.
Yeah, he didn't understand. But if you don't know, if you are not in that sorority, you are not allowed to wear any symbols, any of their colors, brands, or anything that represent.
Hold on. Let's be clear. You could the colors.
Well, colors,
fine,
yes.
But
colors
like the
fine.
letters, because like I can wear red and white all I want. I can wear black and gold all I want. You feel what I'm saying? Blue and white and all of that. If you wanted to, you could wear pink and green and red and white. As much as you wanted to. It's the
brand. It's the symbols.
It's the symbols and the hand gestures.
I'm trying to look up that clothing brand that had the backlash of it too. Man,
excuse me.
Bless you. Because we can't be having that. We can't be having that. It's not even popping out. I don't know what it was, but yes, like you said, it's more so the lettering. We don't want to see that. You don't want to represent something that's not you. And then also, don't mock other Greeks or any other sororities or none of that. No matter what sorority you're in, that's your sorority. Represent your sorority. No one else's sorority, especially white people. White people do it all the time. That's why we title this "Everyone Wants to Be Black Until It's Time to Be Black." I've been seeing this a lot on TikTok, man. The Blackccent. Y'all know what a Blackccent is. You see those Asians do it, white people do it. Hey girl, how you doing? They extra with it with the nails, and it'd be more men than women, surprisingly. It'd be a lot of white men do it more than women.
It's a lot of like me and my wife had this conversation about it. and she brought something to my attention. It was off of TikTok, and it was talking like that.
Yeah.
It was well, not talking, but it was about that particular topic, and I never realized. And she was like, "You ever notice?" Because I always said, it's where you where you're raised at, who you've been around, and all of that. But she was like, "Well, yeah, but what's the excuse for affluent gay white men or women that have never been around that to like what like why is that's the first that's the first thing that they all sound like that."
Exactly.
Like,
And then
I never picked up on it.
I noticed that one of the people who doing the impersonation of black people said, "Oh, I'm from New York. That's how we talk." And then a black woman from New York said, "I'm from New York and I don't even talk like that."
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
That they do that. And then it's getting to the point where if you don't know who Awkwafina is, the famous Asian actor, she was on Crazy Rich Asian. She played the loud
the short
ghetto girl kind of.
Yeah, short chick. Yeah.
Yes, her. So she's been known to do a lot of Blackccent. That's how she got a lot of her roles. A lot of people don't know that. And when she does her interviews, that's how she talks sometimes. And she tried to issue an apology.
Oh, did she?
She did. This is her apology. Let me know if y'all think this is an apology or not. She said, but
that's the thing. I never would have thought that. Like, I never listening to her. When I hear her, I hear like she sounds like a lot of the members of the Asian community that I grew up around. Who sound like when they're like when they still have their accent, but they're trying to to be understood speaking English.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how I took it.
Let's see. Her apology was let's see, where's it at right here? She said, but I emphasize to mock, belittle, or to be unkind in any possible at the expense of others is simply not my nature. It has never and it never was. It says Awkwafina didn't attempt to explain the reasoning for her use of Blackccent and AAVE. My immigrant background allowed me to carve an American identity off the movies and TV show I watched. Mm-hmm. The children I went to public school with, and my undying love and respect for hip hop. Mm-hmm. I think as a group, Asian American, we're still trying to figure out what the journey means for them. After sharing the statement, we told her followers, "Well, I see you in a few years." So I guess she's leaving Twitter and all that. But she said that's who she grew up around.
I understand where she's coming from with that. Cause like if you think about it, I think the mic picking up your phone. Okay, it's done. I think I understand what I understand where she's coming from because I've heard that from several actors or just people in general. You feel what I'm saying? Like especially like if they grew up overseas somewhere and their parents are like they're like a first generation American of their culture or their ethnic background or whatever. Yeah. A lot of like America is glorified through sports, music, movies, all of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's like that's why Michael Jackson, most of his success came from overseas, especially in Asia. You feel what I'm saying? Like they love Michael Jackson over there. So it's like that just goes to the point of how American entertainment is glorified. You know what I'm saying? So when there's not a plethora of resources to learn the language, and you're learning it from if you're learning it from rap videos and interviews and movies and things like that, because your first introduction to America is what you've already seen on TV. I can't necessarily be mad at that person. Like, yo, this is just how I learned the language. And I mean all the nuances, how things are said, how things are said, and the whole night. So I can't even be mad. I'm not there. I say that to say not every those are two separate things.
I don't think it's more so that people are mad at the fact that she grew up around that and that's probably how she learned to talk. It's more so that she is profit out of it, that she's making money off of
Whose
it.
fault is that? Whose fault is that?
You think it's ours?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, it's
I'm not saying it's our. I'm not saying it's our fault. But like, what I am saying is, people who are loud usually get remembered anyway. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if she didn't just morph that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's her personality. So you mix that for how she learned whatever and what she was influenced by.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Like, what are we really mad at? Because she went out to audition and they picked her up for it.
That's
like,
true.
what are we talking about right now?
So should we be mad at the directors for casting that?
Shouldn't be mad. Period. Because if you felt like those are the type of people they want for their roles, and you feel like somebody's imitating a certain thing, and if that's, you go out for the role and see if you get it.
Okay. So we should not be mad at her. Should we be mad at TikTokers who do the same thing, or is that different?
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's two totally different things.
Okay.
There are things that, you can have like, I'm not excusing the Blackccent. Yeah. I'm not excusing, like, I'm not saying that it's not
wrong.
I'm not saying it's not real.
Yeah.
I'm just saying not everybody reached that whatever the same. Some people are mocking.
Yeah.
Others are, like, I literally, like, take for instance,
J-Boy.
No, not.
But J-Boy don't sound black, but he grew up around black people, so.
Okay, you watch All American?
I do.
The main character.
Yeah, he's not from here.
He ain't from here.
He's from England.
Now, if you go back and watch his interview on The Real.
Yes.
He sat there and told you how he got ready for that role.
He said West Side Connect came and stole him and kidnapped him. No, I'm joking. They ain't kidnapped him, but they said he took him and helped him with the English.
Yeah, dialect. I mean, like, the whole with the American language. With the American
just like
side.
What was it? Edward said he learned his by going to barbershops.
Who did?
Idris.
Yeah.
He said he went to barbershops because he said you can't say "come on, man" during I don't know what he said, what they say in their language, but he said you can't say that during a basketball game. So he learned how to say, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. You can't be sitting up here and can't be mad at people where they learned how it was, especially if they sitting here telling you, "Hey, this is where I learned it," or "This is how I learned it. This is how I learned to speak the language or speak the dialect of what you're using." That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between.
That's the Blackccent that people are talking about that she uses and stuff. But the ones on TikTok is worse than that. I feel like hers is mild. I feel like hers is more like a train than an accent. It's more like she added her own flair to it. Well, the TikTokers are. Oh, you couldn't hear the video. I'm sorry. I feel like the TikTokers are more over the top with it.
Well, as far as being upset about it?
No, as the Blackccent. Like you said, it's two different.
Yeah,
I feel like Aquafina is not as wild as it. I feel like you said, Aquafina is someone you can say.
Even if the video, I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear it, but the video you just pulled up, right?
Yeah.
That sounded exactly what I had said in the beginning. It sounds like somebody who has a very thick accent from where they're originally from.
Yeah.
Trying to learn like that, you can tell that's how she learned how to speak the language.
That's what, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to say this, but I know people, like we know people of other races who grew up with black people, and They just sound, I guess you can call it hood. They just sound like that. It's not forced, just like how you have some Hispanic rappers who, when they rap and they say the N-word, you could tell it's not like they forcing themselves, like they grew up around black people, it comes naturally. I'm not saying it's right to say it, but you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you have some people who you can tell when they say it, you can tell it's forced. It's just like, in this, like they forcing themselves to say it to make it fit their rhyme scheme or whatever. And I feel like the one TikTokers, they're forcing themselves to sound like over the top. I know one girl, she was like, "Yeah, tell your mama you got a ghetto white girl as your daughter." Or like, I'm like, really? And then there's this white girl who's a lot of news press about this. Shade Room reposted her because she's been making videos talking about her man likes a white girl that acts more black than black girls. But then this guy broke it down. He broke down what's really going on. He said what he really wants is a black girl, but the black girls won't give him the time of day, so he's gonna find him a white girl that reminds him of the black girls that he wants. That's basically why the black guy wants the white girl that's acting black. And she's just like every TikTok video is like, that's why my man say I act more black than black women and stuff like this. And then people calling her racist for that. And she's like, how can I be racist when I got black grandbabies, black nieces and nephews?
You can be racist and have all of that.
Exactly.
You can definitely.
Just because you got black people in your family or you marry somebody black.
That's just the black. Those are just the black folk that you rock with. But you don't necessarily. You may not necessarily care about what our struggles and our plights are as a whole. Like you would rather not deal with it. But like there's people like that. I know people like that.
I like this point that Uncle Welch brought up. Said if she wasn't making banking with awards, it wouldn't seeing people so much. Because did you know Aquafina got nominated for NAACP award and people were upset?
She did.
She did. Exactly. Her and someone else got nominated too, and they're like, y'all don't see the problem?
Well, who's the head of the NAACP?
Of the award show?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The head? I mean, of the award.
Let's see. Let's find out who's the head of the
who's the panel? Who are the voting members on that?
I don't know, but her and some other person got nominated.
I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her for that. She got nominated. She can't nominate herself.
That's true. I don't know who's actually over the award show. I know they're just showing the president of the WCP.
Okay, but he had but that gives he gives the okay for stuff like that. So what's his name?
His name is Derek Johnson, is WCP president and CEO.
What's that?
He's a black guy.
Okay.
But I
don't know what the. I don't know if the Asian American community has been included into colored people, but I don't know what the criteria. I don't know what the criteria is, but either way, be mad at if you're going to be mad at the decision makers. Don't be mad at the person that got nominated. You cannot nominate yourself. That's not how that works.
I don't know who's the other person that got nominated, but I know Aquafina was, and that's what made people really upset that she got nominated.
You know, I'm not saying people don't have a reason to be upset about that. That does sound kind of weird, like even to me.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I didn't know that. I don't know how that really sounds, but people can be upset about what they want about. I just don't want us to take offense and be upset about everything that.
It was the voiceover. She got nominated for the voiceover of Wire in The Last Dragon. I guess she was in that movie. I never seen that movie.
I saw it.
But that's why she got nominated.
She got nominated for NAACP.
Outstanding character voiceover performance in the motion picture.
You know, I look at it like, okay, so I look at it like this now. Like the NAACP awards are not necessarily just for black people no more. I mean, that's what I'm taking from that. I'm not saying, white people can win it. I'm just saying other minority groups are included into that. You know what I'm saying? Into that.
That's true.
Into that realm. So, I mean, whatever.
Like you said, who's up over the committee,
Tell them.
It is what
I doubt
it
they care.
is, what it ain't. Yeah, I don't know who the other person is, but there was two people that was non-black that got nominated, people in the award. So that's what really made people really bring out, like he said, no one cared about the Blackccent with Aquafina until they found out she was nominated for NAACP award. Yeah. That's when all this started coming out. Because she's been doing this for a while and ain't nobody care. I think the first time I saw her was when she was with some white girl who with that little white Asian who stole her mama's money and pretended she was rich. I can't think of her name. Everybody knew who she was. She pretended like she was a rapper. She stole her mom's money, and her mom ended up getting fired from the job for all this nonsense. That's when I first met Aquafina. I think Aquafina used to do videos with her. I respectfully disagree, as I do not wish to be black.
What?
I don't know who this guy is.
Put that up there.
Who would? This is his name is Quint. Is that how you pronounce that?
As I do not.
Quint, Quint. He says, I respectfully disagree, as I do not wish to be black.
Respectfully disagree with what?
Oh, probably with our title. The title of the stream. Oh. Stupid.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, okay. Title of the stream, stupid. Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Okay. That's good. Well, we want to hear your opinion. We want to know, why don't you, who would want to be black? So let's talk about it. Because we want to be black. Because we're black. Let's talk about it. Tell us how you feel.
You would have a picture.
What's his profile picture? Well, let's talk about it.
It looked like dude he looked like a character from MASH if I'm looking at it from him.
Like you have a choice. Well, no, you don't really have a choice, but you do have a choice on if you want to profit off of us or not. Just like how you have a choice to tune into this black-owned podcast.
You're
just saying. But thank you for tuning in. We do respect everyone that's tuning in. We love to have your opinions and how you feel about, everything. And circumstances of birth are not a point of pride or shame.
Circumstances of birth are not a point of pride or shame. Okay. So am I not supposed to be proud? So are we not supposed to be proud to be black? Is that what you're saying? Or anybody for that matter?
Are we not supposed to be shamed? Or y'all not supposed to be shamed to be white?
No, nobody should be shamed. No. Nobody should be shamed for
anything, but should you be prideful?
Like you should be shamed for your actions if they're not right or morally sound. But,
exactly.
But that's if you're a person that has morals. There are people out there that don't feel like they do anything wrong.
Exactly.
But pride though, that's people can have a sense of pride of the type of family they're born into. They're especially if they've been taught to accumulate or add on to whatever legacy that the ones before them came up with.
He said, I'm not ashamed to be white, as you shouldn't be proud to be black. Identity is overrated. Be judged by who you are as opposed to what you are. Okay, I can kind of dig that a little bit.
I can dig that, but I'm definitely proud to be black, fam.
Me too.
It is what it is.
I'm definitely proud. Now, speaking of how...
Especially in this country.
Speaking how everything...
It's dangerous to be our skin color in this country. It's very dangerous. And you definitely recognize that just by the first few things you said when you commented. But I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of my
heritage.
I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of all of that.
I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of my skin color. I'm proud of all my life I have to fight hair that I have underneath these braids. Because I actually do. I'm proud of, everything. But it's dangerous to be white too. Let's see. It's dangerous to be white too. It's a rough and tumble world. I'm not looking over my shoulder at the ATM for Asian people. Okay.
Does that mean you're looking over? Is that mean you're looking over the shoulder for like who are you looking for?
Yeah, that's
Because if you're saying what I think you're saying, then I should definitely we should definitely be looking over have our children look over our shoulder when they go to school.
He said
Because
yes.
it's only y'all shooting up schools. Well, predominantly.
Cheryl Meadow, look what you walked into, girl.
Predominantly.
Look what you walked into. I know, Cheryl Meadow, you can speak on this as a, woman of another race that's not black. I know you can speak on it. And you're married to a black man, Mickey Street. So I know you probably experience, conversations like this all the time. But she said that she's ready for it. So I know
I'm looking over every time I pull up. Every time I get pulled over by the police, I'm overlooking, like I'm over my shoulder looking for white people.
He said, "Oh, driving through Christmas parades." Yep.
Yeah.
That was your people.
Yeah, that was y'all.
But I know how.
Except for that, well, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That wasn't a white person that time. That was a brother.
It was.
That was goofy.
But that was a rare acquaintance. You ain't gonna see that.
Like I don't know, but the I forget what city and state that was a part of, but the police failed the community on that one because that same dude had already been in a domestic situation with with the mother of his child earlier that month. She restraining orders and all of that, and they did not take this serious.
Yeah.
And then he go plowing through a Christmas parade.
It's crazy when there is a actual real life situation with us. They don't take us seriously, but when it's a situation that they want to make into a situation, that's when they take it seriously. If that makes sense. So when we actually in need, it's like, nah, y'all don't need our help. When we're not in need, that's when it's like, okay, you might be the person we're looking for. Let's take this seriously. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So like you said, how they didn't take seriously how he had that domestic abuse or anything. They didn't take that seriously. They didn't lock him up. But let's say something else was to happen and they looking for a black person and he happened to fit the description. They happened to take it seriously then, but it be on the wrong occasions. We end up getting all these wrongful killings and deaths and everything when they do their job, I guess, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but I hope y'all kind of get what I'm saying. Sort of. Not really. I don't know. Okay, he got it. He get it. Uncle Wish get it. You get it. So, like, when they supposed to do their job, and they do their job, then we end up having people get killed, innocent people get killed. But when we actually do need their help, like someone got a gun to our head, and it's like, oh, no, y'all got this. Nah. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. But Cheryl Middle says social constructs are stupid and made by people who only intend to control. Okay. And then she also says everyone should be free to have pride in their culture and heritage. Unfortunately, the American corporation isn't pro freedom. That's true. Well, speaking of pride in our own culture, if you haven't heard, they suspended Whoopi Goldberg for her comments on The View about the Holocaust. Mm-hmm. But she wasn't wrong because everyone keeps saying Holocaust was race versus race, but actually it wasn't. It was religion. They were killing all the Jews. That's their religion. That's not their race. If you look at a Jew, you're not going to assume that they're a Jew because a Jew is religion. You're going to most likely say they're white 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, you can't necessarily.
That's their race.
You can't necessarily or religion.
Well, some you
can, but like not all. I get what she was trying to say, but it wasn't.
I just feel
she could have said that a lot better.
Yeah, she could have said it better, and also I feel like people like to twist your words too, and then all of that too. you got to realize Whoopi's at her peak. She's probably one of the highest paid
they're right.
on that
with
show.
With Jews, it is both. Like, and that's what I'm saying is like, it's it is like that, because if you look at what do you isn't like when you go to fill out a job application, it'll say
African American,
African American, Jewish, like it'll do that.
It really do. It is both, but from what it's both. Yeah, Hitler wanted to provide his way by killing other races. Yes, it is both. But I get what she was trying to say. Like you said, she could have worded better, and it came out wrong.
Or she could have used a totally different analogy.
Well, not that she was using. Well, yeah, that's true.
No, she could have used like she could have, because how it came out, it's understood, but then at the same time, it's like it came off a tad distasteful.
But I think what the main issue is not necessarily what she said, because after she said what she said, she did apologize, and she had somebody on the show the next day to educate her and educate other people. So people felt like she did her job, she should get it back. But other people of other races apologized, and boom, they back on air. So we do see that injustice a little bit. I think her apology should have.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm glad. Uncle Which, I'm glad you said that.
I think apology should have been enough. She saw the error once people confronted her. Exactly.
Or no, I'm not gonna say that.
Say it.
No. What he said, no, for sure. That apology should be enough. But what I was gonna say, it's not. That's not. I don't think that's going to be. Yeah. Nah. That's another. Nah.
Cheryl Meadow says my grandmother was tattooed. She barely escaped. I was almost 9 here. And Quentin, hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's a thought crime to question the established facts of the Holocaust. Shut up, Mag Darren. I don't know who that is.
That one, her, whoever that is.
Oh.
I don't know what that's about, but whatever.
Yeah, don't know. We're gonna don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But then we have but Uncle Welch said that but we also have to understand that she had to take the hit, fearless and all. She did take the hit, fairness and all. But that's not what we're saying. We're saying there's other people, especially you can see it on all these news stations, other talk shows, who say stuff and ends up back on the show after they apologize. You know. Shout out AC Turner for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, apologies, everything, all right, but you can't you can't expect certain things. You can't expect to go away with just an apology.
No, but I like the fact that not only did she apologize, she did her research. She had somebody on the show to educate her.
That's cool, but the damage is already done.
That's true, but how many of these white people do stuff or say negative stuff about us black people, never do their research, never get educated, still on air? Like, I don't know that white girl that's always saying something with the long blonde hair. Y'all know who she is. She's always saying something.
Oh, Tammy Lauren.
Yeah,
but Tammy Lauren has her own platform.
That's true. She does have her own platform.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But she don't have her own station that it airs on. That's my thing. They could have been not air her stuff, but they still do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said they don't.
She's not online, right? She has. I don't know what network airs her show.
She's.
That's what I'm saying. Just because she has on, like, we have our own show, but if CNN was to air us and we say something, CNN would probably be like, nah, I can't air y'all show anymore. That's what I'm saying as an example.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, when you're a lot of her stuff is more politic related. So it's like she says it's just like what's her face?
Candace.
Yeah, Candace Owens. They say, to
get people riled up.
Yeah, you state your opinion, but you state your opinion on a political, on political matters. You feel what I'm saying, or what you feel like is a political matter.
Gotcha.
And you say it in a certain way, or whatever. Now to that same point, when Laura Ingraham told LeBron to just shut up and dribble.
Exactly.
You know, but at the same, but look who are the heads of these corporations. You really think they're gonna?
Exactly.
I mean, we really know the answers.
A lot of people feel like this was a political move, but Clinton said, I don't like it when people are forced to apologize for their opinions. That's true. Uncle Will said the issues is that they are untouchable subject, whether it's right or wrong, somewhere between. You can't speak on a platform like that in a way that's contrary to the accepted position.
Exactly. Like when you it's your opinion. Like I was in the military. I had a lot of opinions about a lot of different shit. Ask me if I could state those opinions while I was wearing a uniform.
Nope.
And I could, but I could write and I could say and write all the apologies I wanted. But guess what was coming along with that?
Not a job.
I'm getting paperwork and or kicked out depending on what I was saying and who I said it about.
Exactly.
I had a lot of opinions and a lot of about leadership I had and the former president. I had a lot to say. But because I took that oath.
But now that you're not in it, are you allowed to say it?
Say what the fuck I want to say.
Chris said the person with the unpopular opinion deserves even more protection than the person who says what everyone else thinks. Yes. Look who's the head of the corporations are. They are Jews. And then Mickey Sweet, Article 15.
Mm-hmm. Article 15 all day.
Okay. Look at all these military people in his house. Military people in there.
So yeah, you know.
And
on top of that, if you say something that you know that offended somebody, and that wasn't your intent, apologize. That's a very mature adult thing to do.
Very. I like that. Apologize. While we on the subject of Blackness, because this is Black History Month, not only is it the Love Month, we're going to get into those giveaway tickets. So we are going to give away 2 tickets to our Where You Ask and Chill. So if you want a chance to win a date night ticket, stay tuned. We're going to ask a little trivia question, and you could definitely win those tickets. But while we on this Blackness and stuff, I do want to honor some more Black excellence, if you want to say so. Black excellence, starting with. You have it with you? Your beard oil?
Oh, yeah.
By Chris, what's his name?
Chris Green.
Chris Green. Show us the product to the screen.
Y'all can see that there.
The beard oil.
Beard oil.
So tell us a little bit about it.
It's called Pressure. It's called Pressure Beard Care.
Pressure. I don't know the words.
Yeah, this is the Millionaire.
Ooh.
Good scent to it. You know what I'm saying? It's oil, but it's not messy. You know what I'm saying? The balm is the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? Gives that nourishment.
The balm? Was it like a bath bomb?
No, it's balm. So there's oil, and then there's balm is like beard grease.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
I ain't got a beard. I don't know.
But it's not. It's not. It's not very it's not heavy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want heavy creams and stuff like that in your facial hair.
So women.
And it got a good scent to it too.
Michelle Metal.
Soft.
If you want something to give, make you sweet for Valentine's Day, this might be the gift for him.
Oh, and the profile on it is amazing. I love the profile on it.
Does it smell? What does it smell like?
Smells like.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris know what he doing.
Okay.
Chris know what he doing.
Shout out to Chris. He also has a podcast too, right? He has a podcast too,
yeah.
So make sure you go ahead and check out that podcast. That's one of the Black-owned podcasts. Oh, Ben, where you been at, Ben? Ben. Okay, we have an honest question. Okay, thank you for the question. It says, I have an honest question. Why would you want history confined to a month, the shortest month, by the way? It makes it seem like your history can be packaged and sold as a product.
That's how we've all felt. We've been saying that. Like,
yes.
It's not why would we want a month? We don't want just a month.
We don't.
Like, Black history is American history.
Tell them.
it's just that. Why do you think administrations are fighting so hard to get certain aspects of American history removed from the curriculum?
Tell them.
Like we come on like that. We don't want that. We ain't never wanted that. We've never wanted that. Come on now.
Well, if you follow me on my DJ page on Instagram, I've been saluting a black DJ once a month this whole month. You've been at work. Okay, man, get that some money. Get that some money. You know you gotta pay that.
Shout out to Team Woo.
Yeah, Team Woo. But I think he has another fight coming up soon. But if not, I do know they might be in the works to some sponsorship with us. So for our event. So shout out to them. But yeah, if you follow my DJ page, you know I've been saluting a black DJ once a week. So if you know any black DJs that feel like that needs their shout out, inbox me, message me. I shout out Hypnotic, the DJ who's gonna be our DJ for our Where You Ask event, Dojo Dev, some black female DJs because there's not too many of us on the ones and twos. One girl is from Orlando, Florida, doing her thing. Another one's from San Antonio. So this whole month, I'm gonna salute a black DJ because I feel like we need to know who we are and just give us some pride. I know we black 365 a year, but I just want to salute y'all. Yep, you got to fight March 12th. Got the info going your way tonight.
But
okay, is it gonna be here? I know last fight was here in San Antonio. I hope it's here in San Antonio. Maybe we can make it. Hopefully, D will be back in town. Yeah. But thank you to everyone who tuned in, especially Quint. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Quint. Thank you for, tuning in and giving us your thoughts. Oh, yes, it is in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I like that. Might want to hit up Urban Street too. They might want to sponsor too. Salute to you guys who doing your big things. Excellence in motion. Thank you, Uncle Wells. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Man, he's one of our big supporters too, besides Ben. And we missing Chris. Man, Chris, where you been at? Need to hit up Chris.
We ain't seen Chris in
we
a
ain't
while.
seen Chris in a long time. Mr. Chris, Mr. Know Everything About Music.
Boy, hey, I would not recommend anybody challenge Chris in music.
Not just Chris, my whole little group chat that I met Chris in.
Trivia.
You don't want to challenge none of them.
I wouldn't do it.
Chris, David, all of them, man. You don't want to challenge none of them. They can tell you the history of everything and anything. Jesse Owens died, what? What did you say?
So Jesse Owens died
penniless
and exiled by this nation. That's a crime. I really don't think Black history gonna do anything for him. I don't think it'll do anything to heal this nation. Yeah, when there has to be a separate situation. Yeah, I don't. We're Americans. I'm not an Italian American. I'm American. We're over here now. You know what? That's a very I don't know if you know, and that's beautiful, and that's a beautiful luxury you have.
It is.
It's a beautiful luxury you have. I would like. Speaking for the vast majority, I feel like I can. It's at least for the people I know. I'm not gonna say for the whole Black community, but just for the people I know quite a few people. We would like to just be considered Americans as well and be viewed as Americans as well.
Exactly, but we don't have that luxury.
We don't have that luxury. We can't do
it. Ben said, "I'm from Texas, where I didn't jump the border jumped me." So it's crazy that Ben made this statement. What's up with all the red, baby blue? First off, this is Cartier 2K. He's an artist from California. He just moved to San Antonio. He performed at a show. I saw this sweatshirt. I was like, it's dope. And he bought me one. But that is funny that you said that because everyone knows me. Out of my DJ logo, my radio logo, my graphic design logo, and my mobile notary logo is all blue, something with blue. Where You Ask Podcast is the only logo that has none with blue in it. It's crazy. All my logos have blue in it because it matches my name, like Baby Blue Diamond. So it's weird. Where You Ask Podcast is the only logo that has red in it, which is funny. I just thought that was funny. I didn't pick these colors, but hey, I love all colors. I don't discriminate. I'm not a blood, I'm not a crip, none of that. It's just blue. It's just my favorite color, so I just use it in a lot of stuff. But that is funny that you mentioned that. I just noticed that. Uncle Will said, like, we haven't bought our part in this land with blood. Facts.
Yeah.
That's true. True. And everyone knows that we all, everyone is African American. Just saying, everyone got a little black in them somewhere. If y'all go do y'all ancestry DNA stuff, you're gonna have a little percentage. Either if it's 1%, 10%, 15%, it's gonna say a little black. Whether it's, I don't know what part of Africa you might be from, but it's gonna have a little black in it. I don't know what show it was, but there was this white man. He was racist to the bone, couldn't stand black people. They did his little DNA, and he had a little black in him, and he was just in shock. So everyone got that's how you stick it to the man when you get your DNA results and you find out you got 1% black or 2% black. That's funny, but man, but I don't know. He said, I thought it was for Valentine's and your boo bought it for you to. Man, I ain't got no boo for Valentine's Day. Somebody asked me to be their Valentine, but we see if they fall through or not. They ain't gonna fall through. I don't get my hopes up. Chris said, Whoopi Goldberg actually said that back in the day. I'm not African American, I'm American. And if I ever see Whoopi, I'm gonna kiss her. That is a stand-up statement. Now get up there and tap dance for us, Whoopi. I feel like after that statement, I should be like, yes, I'm master. Not me, but that's just what I think of. I don't know. That sounded a little cool.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I know. your face says it all. Your face says it all.
Hey, and look, check it. Yeah, she did. She did say that. She said that on more than a few occasions. But guess where that's where oh no, no doubt.
Come on now, Mr. has to play a part.
But all good jokes contain true shit.
That's true.
So with her saying I'm not an African American, I'm an American, yes, you're absolutely right. She did say that. And that's very true. I'm an American. But the difference between the thing about America is they're gonna put a mirror up in front of you and let you know what's really going on. She can say that, but the minute she says something that's contrary, like you said, to popular belief, she goes back to being the adjective. You feel what I'm saying? So she goes back to being black. She goes back to being an African American. She's not getting that. She's not getting that do-over for real.
Man, don't let white liberals tell you what this stuff can't be funny. Everyone should make fun of everyone. That's why nobody can get offended. That way nobody can get offended.
Yeah. That's why I love the way Netflix and the vast and the majority of society backed Dave Chappelle. When they tried to cancel him.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ben. So message me, Ben. I don't know what you're talking about.
Comedy, I swear, like comedy is the purest form of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And it should be.
But yet they want to censor people. Especially in the comedy. Everyone wants to be canceled.
But you see, you can't cancel them, right? You can't cancel somebody that went up against the machine and won.
Exactly. You really can't.
Dave Chappelle deserves a statue just for that. You know how many, the percentage? I don't know the exact number, but it is a large percentage of television networks that Viacom owns.
Yeah.
Including Comedy Central.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, but you go up against that type, the conglomerate that is Viacom, CBS, and you win. As a black man in this country,
Exactly.
there should be a paid holiday every month and a statue in DC and in Ohio where he live at.
Man, you know how long it took us just to have a national holiday for MLK? That's gonna be a while before we get that.
How long did that take?
Wow.
Did that take a long time?
It really did. I didn't realize how I'll let you read this comment.
Dave Chappelle will always be a real dude for not apologizing. Joe Rogan should be canceled simply because he apologized.
What did he say? And Joe Rogan should be canceled. Thank you.
Because he apologized. I had a conversation with my wife about this before I left the house. I don't consider Joe Rogan a racist. I never have considered Joe Rogan a racist. That's not to say that.
For not apologizing. Oh, he didn't apologize. I thought he did.
No. He did apologize. He said he should be. He's saying he should be canceled because he apologized. Now, if you offend, that's what I'm saying. If you offend somebody and that was not your intent, then yeah, you should apologize. I will always stand on that. If you say something
and you mean
it, okay, whatever. But like if you say something and that was not your intent to offend that person, I don't really see what the harm is in you know what I'm saying, really, in apologizing. Now I don't like apologizing for things I don't feel like I'm not wrong about. Huh?
Joe Rogan didn't mean it?
Didn't mean what?
What he said?
He shouldn't have been saying it. Let me make that clear.
No, I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but I'm saying, do you think he meant it? Because the way he said it multiple times.
Yeah, but what he was doing, he was talking about, he was pretty much regurgitating information. Is what he was doing. That's
true, but he should have just said the N-word instead of actually saying the word.
No, that's what I'm saying. And because we know the difference between a racist and who's not. Like Don Imus, right? Don Imus was, I think he was like a CNN host back in the day. He called the whole Rutgers basketball teams from nappy-headed hoes and some more. Yeah. And they were and Rutgers basketball team, women's basketball team is a team full of black girls. So you can't be talking about one person. He never apologized for that.
No. Now
Joe Rogan is a compilation video of him on his show regurgitating information, and he's using that. You know what I'm saying? He's using that repeatedly. That he heard some of his black friends say.
Now
that's not right.
No.
It's not right at all. But I do know people that know Joe Rogan personally. On both sides, and I'm like, I'll take them knowing him for however long they known him over me never meeting this dude. But and people can have whatever opinion they want about it. What my opinion is, he shouldn't have been saying it.
Yeah. Well, just like on if you've seen the Real World, it made a comeback with Tammy Rowland and all the other people, the OGs. Mm-hmm. The Real World. They came back with the OGs, one of the first cast members of the Real World back in 19 whatever when they first started. I don't know what year. And the OGs are older now. They're like in their 40s, 50s. And a guy was saying the N-word. He was just repeating what someone said, but he said the actual word instead of saying the N-word, and it offended the only black female in the household. And then a white female said it again. Like, even though you were repeating what someone said, you don't say the word, you say the N-word. And that actually happened to me. I can say from experience, I had a coworker last year, an older white lady. She doesn't work with us anymore. And she had told this parent, it was a Hispanic parent to a black son, that your son had what was it? Your son had called somebody a word or pushed somebody. I think he pushed somebody or called somebody the N-word or whatever. And the mom was like, I only told you to use that word on something, or you never call somebody the N word, but the mother actually said the word, even though she's Hispanic. She was talking to her black son and actually said the word. So when my coworker came back to tell me what the mom had said, instead of her saying, "Oh, the mom said the N word," she actually said the word, and she said it a couple times. She said it to me, and then she said it to my supervisor, which she repeated it the next day. We both looked at each other like we thought that was kind of weird. We didn't mention nothing to her at the time. But I feel like the way she said it, it wasn't more so like she was repeating what the mother said, but she had a little hint of racism to it. And we kind of got that feeling working with her too.
Yeah, you can hear.
So you can hear the difference. And we didn't really say that to her only because we knew that was her last day anyway. So I understand that you can't control whether someone is going to be offended. That's
no, you can't. And I'm not saying you apologize for every time you say something that's not intended to offend somebody. I'm just saying if you really feel that deep in your convictions about it, you was like, wait a minute, hold on, like that wasn't my intent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
By giving a word this amount of attention, you're giving it that power. It shouldn't be exclusive to one group of people. Imagine a word as whites say that blacks couldn't. Ooh, boy. We're not just giving it to one race because white people started it. But we kind of are. I don't know. And shout out to Miss Austin. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. He does the Sam Pluto Show. That's another black podcast you should check out when he goes live. So if you're an underground indie artist who feel like you have the hottest track, he's gonna let you know if your track is hot or not. Make sure you tune into his show, Sam Pluto. He says Wogan is a white nationalist. It's that simple.
That's your opinion. I me personally, I haven't really heard anything that suggests that, but you could be hearing it. You could be paying attention to things I'm not, so I don't know. As far as giving a word of that amount of attention, it really only becomes that every group of people has a word that they say within their community that if somebody
else says it,
if somebody else says it,
they look at you weird.
They look at you weird, or they ready to do, you know what I'm saying? They ready to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the attack, like my little brother, I consider him my little brother. His family's Sicilian. There's certain things that they say within each, say amongst each other, amongst themselves, that I've been a part of, but I would never feel comfortable enough to say that. That's just me though. Yeah. I would never feel comfortable enough to say that, because I know if I if I say it, or if somebody from outside of their community says it, it's gonna be offensive. Yeah. It's you know what I mean? But yeah, like there's things that are exclusive to a group, and I'm sorry, and people can not sorry, and people can feel however they want to feel about what I'm about to say next. But I do feel like we are the only ones that can say that. If there is a group of people that can say it, yeah, it should be exclusive to us. Why? Because we paid for that shit. We paid for that. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to how you said that Dave Chappelle should have his holiday. And I remember I told you MLK just became a holiday not too long ago. So the official day that MLK became a national holiday was January 20th, 1986. I was born in 89. You didn't know that?
That's almost 20 years after you.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I honestly, I did not.
I did not know that either.
But to be honest with you, I don't know. I've never just decided to look up when certain holidays started either. So there's a lot of
my mom recently told me that. I was like, nah. I was like, you serious? She was like, yeah, I didn't know that either. And you think about it, I was born in 89. Dang. That let you know. Yeah. That says a lot right there. That says a lot right there. And then I know they said this. We're trying to figure out when it's going to happen. Harriet Tubman is supposed to be on some money.
It's supposed to be on the 20th.
When is that supposed to happen?
I don't know, but they've been talking about it, I think, about 2 years, 2-3 years?
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Just like they probably been talking about making MLK a holiday. It didn't happen until You never know. They talk about it, but let's put that talking into action. And then,
what did he mean by I would like? What statement you talking about?
I think you talk about this one. The Rogan is a white nationalist. It's that simple.
No, but then I'm following his.
Yeah, I think he's talking about this one.
Then he goes, I would like prove it, blah, blah, blah. Like nobody would have an issue, whatever.
Nobody would have an issue with saying words that's not in our race. I think that's what he's talking about. And he said, I find it bizarre. Here you go. I find it bizarre that there's an Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis and not an MLK Boulevard. What? Because Memphis is where MLK was shot. There's an MLK Boulevard everywhere else. Oh, I never knew that. I didn't know that.
There's not an MLK Boulevard in Memphis anywhere?
Let me go look that up. I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, that's odd.
That is odd.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that the motel he got killed at was enough of a memoriam. I don't know.
Oh, but there is a Dr. MLK Jr. Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, yeah, there's an Ave. There's an avenue there. Okay.
Dr. Right. MLK Jr. That's a long name.
Well, you think about it, that's where he got murdered at.
That
so it's like
true.
you want to.
Yeah. I was referring to the Joe Rogan accusation.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't really following that part either, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
I figured that's what it was. But
that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Let's talk about this. Since we're talking about MLK avenues and boulevards and streets, how come majority of the MLK streets, avenues, and boulevards on the hood?
I had that same question the other day. Like it's weird.
One of my artist friends, he has a song called MLK Boulevard. It's very dope. You need to go check him out. His name is Half Deaf because he's deaf in one of his ears, and he's a dope artist. He used to be an English teacher at a high school, and he can draw real well. He does a lot of dope stuff, and he has a song MLK Boulevard, and it talks about that how the majority of the MLK streets are in the hood. And it's
That's
crazy.
very true.
It is. Okay, I thought I was onto something. Oh, it's all good.
I was about to say, wow, like the fact that if that would have came out to be true, I'm like, whoa, that has to change. But then
look, why do majority of the streets named MLK run through ghettos? It's honestly real simple. MLK is a hero to the black community, and ghetto is a term for area in the inner city populated mostly by poor blacks. Thus, the black communities named streets after one of the men who did the most for them. I did not know they were going to have an answer.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
I thought that was funny. Just like how you look up random stuff not knowing there's going to be an answer. Like, if you actually look up how to get to Sesame Street, they actually tell you how to get to Sesame Street. You be like, I wasn't expecting an answer. Like, I wasn't expecting an answer to that.
I don't know if that's factual, but it makes sense. It makes plenty of sense.
It makes sense. Okay, Uncle Will said they fought against MLK holiday here. We passed it as a state holiday in 2000. What? But they had to also agree to give them a Confederate Day holiday. You live in either North Carolina or South Carolina?
He lives in North Carolina.
He lives in North Carolina. Okay. Dang.
I'm telling you, man.
That lets you know.
It's something about that Mason-Dixon line, man.
Oh, he said South Carolina.
South Carolina. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Okay. Well, shout out to D. He's in one of them Carolinas right now, right?
I don't know
if he's still there, but he was in one of them Carolinas. So shout out to D traveling through the Carolinas. But yeah, that's crazy. You just never know. You never know. So besides Dave Chappelle, what is someone you feel like needs to have their national holiday? Besides Dave Chappelle. You mentioned that. Here you go for
somebody should have a national holiday.
I'm happy.
I don't know if a national holiday,
but just a holiday in general. I like that he mentioned this 40 acres in a move. Not really 40 acres in a move, but you know how people always say we should have reparations. But someone made a dope statement that the PPP loan showed us exactly what we would do with reparations. And I was like, agreed. I low-key was like, I hate to say that I agree with that statement, but I do. It really does. It did. It really did. It made us... And even the famous people, Baby Blue from Wiki, is going to jail for PPP loans.
So me and my wife were at the Millennium Tour concert a few months back.
Tell us about it.
And
was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
Baby Blue.
But he went like.
And I did not get my name from him.
But right after
his name from me. No,
right after the tour, he went there. We had to do. But it was just like how you said. Why are you like?
You gotta realize
that's crazy. Like if I have that sort of notoriety or whatever, and I'm out here claiming like and showing that I have all of this or whatever taken care of, and I'm going out trying to scam. You cannot scam the government.
No.
You can, and you might. Let me pray. You might get away with it at first, or never think you're getting away with scamming the government.
I feel like the only people that semi-scams the government are the people that be on the welfare system. They know how to scam the government.
Voting should be a national holiday.
I agree, and it's crazy because this year when it was a voting day, we actually had off from school. There was no school on the day to vote. It was weird.
That's never happened before.
That's never happened. But we didn't have school that day. And majority of my coworkers were like not going to vote. I had already early voted, so I wasn't worried about it. But majority of my coworkers weren't going to vote. But yeah. I feel like not only voting should be a national holiday, but registering to vote. I feel like, I'm not saying, I low-key feel like that should be a requirement. Not to vote, but to register to vote. Like, you know how...
I think it is, isn't it?
It's not really, no, it gives you options. You don't have to register to vote. You don't want to. Oh, but I feel like it should be a requirement. Just like how, you know how when you check out and they ask you if you want a print receipt, or you want your receipt emailed, or you don't want a receipt, it should give you the option every time you check out. Register to vote, or nah. I mean, not nah, but it should be like I feel like it should be a requirement, not really an option, but it's an option. But again, if you register to vote, that's when you start getting signed up for jury duty and all that nonsense.
Yeah, jury duty ain't bad, though. It's just long.
Mine was. My last experience with it was bad. I'm going to tell you why. And this is a semi-racist event. So, if you don't know, I was called for jury duty for this black man in San Antonio who killed a police officer. I don't know if you heard about him. He pulled up to the police station. Pop, pop, pop.
Nah.
So, I had the first time I went with a whole bunch of people. They did it differently because of COVID. Instead of separating into groups, they had you fill out this long 10, 15 sheet paperwork and you turn it in. Boom. I thought I wasn't going to get called back. I worked at a law firm at that time, my sister's law firm. She does a lot of civil cases as well as CPS cases. So I'm like, they ain't going to call me back. I work for a law firm. I was like, yes, I'm not going to get called back. I get called back. Shocked. Get called back. Now, the people who was for the guy who did the shooting, they loved me. It was the people who was for the police who did not love me. And they go search through your Facebook in and out. I forgot I had reposted a comedy sketch. If you know the guy that makes the LeBron videos, I can't think of his name.
Oh, the kid Gooey? Who?
The one that's like, he always pretend like he's a basketball coach too sometimes. I can't think of his name. He does anime too. He does anime. He does LeBron that I'm 52 years old or something like that. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, okay, Kid Gooey. That's what
No, is it Kid Gooey? I don't think that's.
Well, nah, he do a lot of jokes. Like.
No, it's not Kid Gooey. This guy does not just LeBron jokes, but he does anime jokes. He does jokes about being in the studio, how rappers make these shorts. I don't know his name, but anyway, so he made a video about how police officers train when they stop a white person versus a black person. I didn't look at it as a race thing at the time. I thought it was funny, and I reshared the video. I forgot I even reshared it. That's how long ago I reshared it. They pulled that up when they questioned me when it came to the questioning part of the, picking a juror section. Not only have they questioned me on that, they questioned when I shared my sister's press conference when they stopped a runner who they thought was the black person they were looking for. It was a wrong, mistaken identity again, because she was on that case. And I didn't even listen to a press conference. I don't know what she said. I just shared it. Support my sister. You support your family members. I knew she didn't say nothing wrong, so I shared it, and they tore me apart. But turned to find out that the judge on that case, because he was there doing the questioning, he wasn't paying attention. He was on his cell phone, on his computer, act like he was paying attention. He's like, I heard both sides. I feel like you're not the right candidate. Turned out he had a thing against my sister and some other black lawyers. So it was a wasting. So I should have known I was going to get picked by when I went in there. So I'm like, why'd you even call me back? You knew my last name. But they called me back and they had me in there 2 hours. 2 hours straight questioning me about everything I shared. If you use WeTransfer, I use that a lot to send big files. They always have different backgrounds. I don't know if you can see it on here on this one, but they always have different backgrounds. And they had a Black History background. And I screenshot it and shared that. And they even brought that up. I'm like, dang.
If they would have wasted my time with that shit, I
And
would.
it's
I would
crazy
have
because I was like,
I would definitely gave them. I would have gave them what they were looking for.
and it's crazy because like I don't remember sharing that video. She's like, you don't, and they had a screenshot, printed out, and handed it to me. Now, do you remember sharing this video? I was like, I do now. Because you share a lot of stuff and you post a lot of stuff, and this was from like 2000 and I don't even know. They went back years. They did something, and this is how I know they did extensive research. Because as soon as I got home, it took me almost an hour to find that video that they found. I'm like, I was like, y'all did all that research.
Why? Like,
they were intense to the point where I was like, they're like, so do you hate all cops? I said, no, I only hate cops. I said, I don't hate all cops. I dislike cops who don't do their job correctly. So you telling me you don't like cops? That's not what I said.
I'd be like, well, I'm telling you, you're deaf because I just said what I said.
And then they said, oh, because your sister don't like cops, that means you don't like cops. I said, my sister don't. It's not that my sister don't like cops. She don't like cops who don't do their job correctly. So whatever your sister says, you agree. I'm like, we don't agree on everything. So do you live with her? I was like, when I was little, they went that far. So y'all live together? I was like, when I was little, she's grown. They went that far. So you shared your sister's press conference. Do you agree with everything she said? I said,
I really
I told the truth. I was like, I didn't listen to the press conference. I shared it because that's my sister and I support her. And they're like, okay. So in her press conference, she said this and this and this. Do you agree? They broke it down. 2 hours straight.
Listen.
2 hours straight. Seriously.
I promise you.
But the way they grilled you, I ain't gonna lie. I almost cried. The way they grill you, you would think you understand. You would think you on the witness stand trying to tell the truth. That's how they grill you. It wasn't like a question and answer like I'm trying to pick the next job candidate. You know how when you get questioned for a job interview, it wasn't like that. They grill you like you're the one on the stand, like you're the guilty one. It wasn't like a job interview questioning. That would have made me feel better if it was like a job interview question. But the fact that they grilled me like I'm the one in the hot seat.
That's how they're supposed to do it.
I was like,
they did me like that.
She said, you ain't lying. You know, I'm telling you. But and another thing, like I said, I would not have no problem with them grilling me if I felt like I had a fair chance. But the fact that they knew my last name was the same as my sister, and they already knew who she was.
So if I would,
the odds was already stacked against me. I'm like,
if
why call me back?
Just went in there I just went on there on my bullshit. Like
I would have been like, why call me back?
Like y'all know my last name and y'all really going through all this. Y'all not gonna pick me.
That's what I was thinking.
So why am I back here? Y'all know who my sister is. Y'all
I'm
know
like,
who my last
why
name
spend
is.
2 hours of my day?
Move on.
That's 2 hours I could have got paid at my job. That was missing out.
But Quint
for a $35 check.
Quint said he had a foolproof way of getting out of jury duty. Just tell him. Of course he did it. Look at him. They always send him home. I'm gonna try that next time.
I really am, man. They said, "You sure you can do the death penalty against this man? Are you sure you can do the death penalty?" Oh my man. And I'm like, look. And then they had the nerve to ask me some of the answers I put on my questionnaire that I did like months ago. I'm like, I don't remember what I did months ago. Right after I figured out the pandemic hit, I don't remember what I did months ago. I've been locked up at the house. I don't remember what I said yes or no to. But that is funny. 2 hours of my time. There are two groups of people I don't mess with. Cops and doctors. They're always around when trouble's going down.
Yeah, that's very true. There's always somebody always needed some expert medical opinion or some professional opinion based on the law, and it's always a cop or a doctor. You're absolutely right about that.
You are right about that. But yeah.
And it'd be about stuff that a doctor wouldn't even be involved in. Weird.
That is true. That is true. So it is time to give out some tickets to our Where You Ask and Chill event. Now, sure, matter if you happen to win these tickets, you know you can always give them away since you and your husband are always going to be at the show, you know. We're going to have a little we're going to have a little Valentine's Day you know, question. Okay, if you can get close to this, awesome, yes, of course. If you can get close to the answer, or you can get the answer, then you will definitely, you know, win these tickets. Now, out of 100%, what percentage of flowers bought on Valentine's Day are red? I'm going to say it again. Out of 100%, what percentage of flowers bought on Valentine's Day are red? I'm going to let you guess, even though you can't win.
The percentage?
What percentage
of red flowers
are bought on Valentine's Day?
Or red roses are bought on flowers? I don't feel like it's 100% because that's an obvious answer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 87.
87? Okay. 83. That's the right answer. Nope, that's not. It's not 83. It's not 87. It's not 89. Yellow roses are for Easter. Yes. Y'all can go down a little bit in your answer. I'm giving y'all a hint. Go down a little bit. 75. Cheryl Meadow got close to it, right? Let me double check. No. Oh, 69%. He got it. Shout out to Amzie Austin. You got it correct. 69% are red. Dang, only 69%. You think it'd be higher, right? But you'd be surprised because, like, I don't like red roses. I like white roses. That's crazy.
I don't white roses for
it funeral. Is, but I just like them. I like the color. I don't think of it that way, even though they threw a white rose on the stage in the Selena movie. Tear. But yes, so you get 2 free tickets to our Where You Ask and Chill event. So go ahead and message me so we can well, I'm just put your name down +1. I mean, just threw out the number 69 to be cheeky. That doesn't count. Oh, I didn't even realize. Cheeky. 69 the position?
No.
Oh. No. But that is crazy that it is 69 though. That is the answer. That's crazy. On Valentine's Day. That's weird. So Amzie +1. So if you have a girlfriend or a wife, fiance, side chick, side lover, whatever you have, you won those tickets. So make sure you just bring out the right one. We don't want any fights. Whatever it is. But congratulations on winning those tickets. Now, make sure you go ahead and get your tickets for the WYA and Chill event. Grown and Sexy. Grown and Sexy means, tell them what that means. That means get dressed.
Yeah, just
dress it up.
You ain't got to.
You ain't got to be a ball. You ain't going to a ball. But we want you to look sexy.
Whatever your sexy is.
Except for a t-shirt.
Yeah. No t-shirts though.
No t-shirt, no Gucci flip-flops.
No Gucci flip-flops.
Did you have to think about that for a second?
Yeah,
You really did.
I didn't think about that.
You really did. Shout out to Crew Shop. If you don't know what the Crew Shop is, that's where at this Mike and Talk do their shows, man. They had a little raffle going on. I'm mad. I donated and I didn't get to win, but they were giving out some dope bags. B Kid went live on his Instagram, and I just happened to be on Instagram, caught his live. And I was like, let me see what's going on. They were doing a raffle. So the way they did the raffle is they rolled a little ball thing at the number 7 come out, and you on the live, they say, Baby Blue, you got number 7, you cash out them $7. At the number 52 come down, and they say, Baby Blue, that's your number. You cash out them 52. I think I had like 20 something. I cashed out them 20 something. I don't mind helping out Black owned companies. So I wanted to win a bag. I didn't get a chance to win a bag. But shout out to y'all for doing y'all little thing. I think that's a dope little raffle thing. And we also be having some giveaways at our show too. So if you want a chance to win like some where you ask merch and some merch from some other podcasters come out. Like I said, them egg rolls, man. I'm telling you, they do something to you.
Got a special guest coming sliding through too.
Oh yeah, we do have a special guest sliding through too. We can't say who it is, but just make sure you come out, get them tickets. They are 15 pre-sales. They're gonna be 20 at the door, and we also have 4 vendor slots. If you are a vendor that sells makeup, you might sell some CBD, you might sell some soda, you might sell some clothes. Hit us up. Definitely want to have you out there to support your business, and you don't have to be Black owned. We support any business, so go ahead. Yes, Southern Rose to Go are going to be out there too. And we're also going to have Jay's Hookah coming out there too. So make sure you support that business too. We support all businesses. And you already know who I am. I am DJ Baby Blue Diamond. No more BBD.
And y'all already know it's your fella T1.
And we got D, who's somewhere out there doing this, making us some money. He said when he comes back, he going to make it rain on us on the show live. No, he didn't say that. But he's back there making that money. And this is the Where You Guys podcast. Catch us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And a new episode uploads to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Pandora, and all that good stuff on Mondays. So you already know. Check us out. We are out.